This is my networking number 3. I was gone this past weekend at home, and I got the chance to go to a civil engineering banquet with my dad. He was attending because of his company, or him and his family's company. They do underground infrastructure, and he invited me to go along with him since my mom couldn't go. So that's why I chose to talk about this particular event. My dad is one of the owners of the company, so he didn't say anything or have any main role in the banquet, but his brothers did, and they made speeches about one of my dad's oldest brother made a speech about just the direction of the industry and their company, because they're the leading company in Wisconsin for underground infrastructure. I met a few new people. I met a few people from my dad's company. One guy was named John. He's been around the company for a long time, but I didn't know him. He's the VP, the regional VP of, I think, sales or something he's something in sales, but for sales at VisuSewer, which is the company. It's just going to different municipalities and sending in bids and finding jobs to bid for the company. So I met John. I met a guy named Norm. He actually is one of the supervisors for the wet out factory. You don't know what that is, but it's so VisuSewer makes sewer liners. So when they put in a new liner, it comes in this bag, and the bag is heated up after they pump thousands of gallons of resin into this bag on a long table and whatever. It's a long process, but I met a few guys who do a lot of different things, a supervisor, and then more higher level management. So it was kind of cool. It was dinner and then a few different speakers and a bunch of these guys, a lot of men, because it's engineering, so it was a very male party, which was kind of funny. Something I learned that there's a lot more small companies than I thought. Like my dad's company and his family's company is pretty large. It's not a huge company, but it's large compared to other companies that are in the industry in Wisconsin. And I learned of a few different smaller companies that are getting into the industry. And it's interesting because I always thought it would take a lot of capital to get into an infrastructure construction type company, but I was talking to my dad. I was listening to my dad talk to one of the owners or one of the presidents of a smaller company, and they were kind of talking about how he got into it, how he learned about it, and how they decided to start doing it. And I thought that was really interesting. Just hearing that that the barriers to entry, I thought there were more barriers to entry because of machinery costs and all the different. I've been to my dad's company, and there's a huge yard full of all the different types of trucks and machines, and I just thought it would take a lot of capital, a lot of startup capital to get into something like that. But it seems like there are less barriers to entry than I thought. Only having 1 to 2 machines, you only need one machine to do some small jobs, and you can just kind of scale after you bid and get small jobs. So I talked way too long, but yeah, that was my networking event. I got to meet a lot of different people from different companies. So thank you.